Okay guys, so I'm back. I know I'm late again, but like I'm like really busy, so seems like I'm always late to these patch notes. But yeah, I'm back. So I'll be going through the patch notes for 11 June. This is the part 2 of the anniversary for JP. So yeah, this I'm gonna go through what is happening. It's a pretty lengthy patch, I would say, because I mean to be expected since it's a part 2 of the JP anniversary, and plus the part 2 is like the one whereby there's the most stuff in it. So yeah, this to be expected. So this is the Grand Festival Anniversary Events Part 2. First of all, there's a Growth Support Event Part 3. By the way, I've already read like most of it, so yeah. So this is the Growth Support Event Part 3, and then there's a Gacha Rate Up. So I believe that's just like, oh yeah, Gear Gacha rate up for hammers, 5-star awakening stones, and anvil. So that's pretty nice. And then daily mission reward up from 11th June to 29th June. Um, and then from boss battle events on Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesdays, you will get 2 of the awakening chest materials. Basically, you just get like a bunch of free stuff like upgrade stones, awakening materials, diamonds, um, and like XP pots. Pretty much that's it. Which isn't the biggest thing, but it's nice to have obviously because it's just more free stuff. And then special dungeon part 2. Clearing the special dungeon once a day will give you a 4-star awakening stone, one 4-star awakening stone, 2 SSR treasure chests, and 1 of the costume upgrade material. So yeah, it's just a nice bonus. Can't really complain about that. And then it's lasting until 29th June as well. And then for the deathmatch host reward, you get it doubled. Deathmatch reward doubled as well. Party leader bonus for hell will not be times 2. So yeah, that's about it. And then the event duration is obviously until 29th as well. Seems like all the events are ending on 29th and starting tomorrow, so yeah. And then for event details, clearing main stages, like basically just doing it like almost anything in the game will drop ghost lake tickets. Alternatively, you can purchase the tickets in the coin shop for like 2 tickets per silver coin, or like 2 tickets per stamina pot. You can see it that way as well, or 10 tickets per gold coin, which is per SR coin. 10 tickets are required for each round of the ghost leg draw. So you just need a minimum of 10 to draw each time, and then you can obtain up to 30 tickets per day. So from clearing like the regular stages in the game, right, like you pretty much clear anything and you'll get the tickets. You can gain a maximum of 30 per day, so yeah. And then the rewards include treasure chests, deathmatch materials, skip tickets, anvils, awakening stones, grimoires, demon, and then chalices. Yeah. So yeah, login for 3 days. And then after that, the final reward. After you clear all of these challenges, then you get Grand Festival seasonal character gacha ticket times 10. I believe this is 10 draws, not 10 multis, because it will be pretty insane if they give 10 multis. So I'm assuming that's 10 draws. But it's kind of weird because 1 multi is like 11 draws, but we will have to see how it is when it drops though. And, okay, as for the anniversary units, right, they dropped like a new giant DN and as well as a droll. I mean, after the Elizabeth banner in part 1, I kinda expected them to like drop like a super high unit like Lost Vein, I mean not Lost Vein, Assault Mode Meliodas, or like the one Escanor, or maybe like even one of the 4 Archangels, because I haven't read the manga but apparently they are pretty hype as well. I mean, I had like a small suspicion that Droll was gonna drop, but I was really like I was really doubting that Droll would drop for the anniversary, but you know, he did. So he's not the most typed up character, but you know, I'll go through the abilities because they are actually like really strong. Okay. Where is it? This is for the end. Skill. This is for level 3 cards, by the way. So skill 1. inflicts damage equal to 360% of attack on one enemy and disables out moves for. Oh, I got. Let me just click that off real quick. Uh, Inflicts damage equal to 360% of attack on one enemy and disables out moves for 2 turns. So basically, you can just tell that like the multipliers aren't that high because again this is a rank 3 card. It's only 360%. Is not that high at all for a rank 3 card, but it disables out moves for 2 turns, which you can clearly tell that they made this unit to like this card, right, is made to counter like outrush teams. So yeah, that's just the first thing. And then skill 2, she inflicts damage equal to 180% on all enemies, allows only the use of rank 1 skills for 2 turns. I believe, I might be wrong here, but I believe this is the same card as like the red coin shop Gloxinia, whereby like it's sort of a Lost Vein Meliodas counter, because if you attack him and then you create Lost Vein Meliodas, obviously his cards will rank up, and then once his cards are ranked up, he cannot use his cards because obviously they aren't rank 1 anymore. So that's kind of a Lost Vein Meliodas counter, and disabling out moves for 2 turns, right? I mean, this is a level 3, but disabling out moves is also like a Lost Vein Meliodas counter, because it's, if like, I mean, you guys should know this by now lah, but if you didn't already know, Lost Vein Meliodas kind of like one shots everyone with his out, and his out is the strongest part of his kit. That's why she looks like a decent, okay to decent counter for Lost Vein Meliodas, and then her out is obviously the same as other giant DNs because they all share the same out, which is a really strong out by the way, because it's 525% on everyone, and her out hits really hard, if you guys didn't already know. And as for her passive is actually like really strong actually. Okay, increase all giant allies damage dealt by 40%. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. 40%. A level 3 alpha buff gives like 30% attack. Her passive gives 40% to all giants. Granted, there aren't that many giants. There's Matrona DN, but her passive doesn't even work in PvP, and her cards are pretty bad, so you won't be seeing her in the team most likely. I'll be very surprised if people run her on PvP. But you know, 40% attack. I'm pretty sure this like buffs herself as well, so I believe she gets the benefit of the 40% for herself as well. And her out is pretty much just a guaranteed one shot. Her out previously was already like a one shot, but with an additional 40%, it's like nobody's gonna survive that. Even at 1/6, it should one shot people. So it's pretty scary. So yeah, that's it for the end. Her passive 40% damage increase is a lot though. Like, it's actually insane. And plus, the second unit, right, the second festival unit for part 2 is Droll, and obviously Droll is a giant as well, so he's benefiting from the 40% as well. So you can just run both DN and Droll on the same team, and they will be both benefiting from the 40% damage increase. It's like so huge. Okay, next, moving on to Droll. His first skill, Detonate, inflicts Detonate, damage equal to 400% on one enemy. This isn't the best because Detonate itself isn't the best, but I believe Detonate is getting buffed because of how bad Detonate is as a status effect. I believe, if I'm not wrong, it's going to get changed to like 30% damage per orb in the outmove, the target's ultimate move gauge. So I believe if it's working the way I think it is, if you have a rank 3 card and you're using it on someone who has max out gauge, you just do like 550% multiplier, which still isn't the best. Like Counter Meliodas at rank 3 deals like 600% multiplier, but yeah, I mean his multipliers are, I think, the highest in the game when it comes to single target. But you know, you have to bear in mind 550%, right? And if you run DN as well, you're getting a 40% increase. damage dealt as well. So this actually amounts to a lot of damage. Like if you're hitting someone without gauges, then it's gonna hit really really hard. For his second skill, inflicts damage equal to 180% of attack on all enemies. Disables buff and debuff skills for 2 turns. So I mean, I'm not too sure if this is gonna be like that good because you don't see that many units with buffs right now. And like, yeah, I you don't really see that many units with buffs. And oh wait, oh my god, I read it wrong. Wait, this is actually decent. Oh my god, I actually read it wrong. I thought it it was saying that like I thought it meant like this like removes buffs and stances for some reason. My brain wasn't working. So it removes buffs and debuff skills. Interesting. Wow. I don't know how to think about that. I mean disables. I think because right, disables buffs. I believe Gopher's rank up is considered a buff, so Gopher shouldn't be able to rank up. And then for debuffs, Gopher cannot attack you, King cannot petrify, and yeah, it actually looks decent honestly. I'm not too sure. I need to see it in game first, but from what I can tell, it looks decent. And then oh, my friend is messaging me. So like he's out right. Inflicts charge damage equal to 455% of attack on all enemies. I believe like if it ignores resistance, right, it's better than having charge, but I might be wrong. So I think he's gonna hit not as hard as King, but actually right, with the passive of the end right, if you run them together, I think he hits harder than King's out. Yeah, I think so. And like okay, his commandment is that it applies a buff that increases resistance by 30% for 3 turns every time an ally or enemy receives damage from PvP from skills in PvP. So this stacks up to 3 times, so you can get it up to 90% resistance, which obviously just makes you tankier. So it's alright. It's an alright commandment. I don't think it's anything too crazy. I think it's decent, but I don't think it's out of the world. So yeah, the biggest part of this character, right, I need to actually see like how this works in game first. But you know, if it works how it says it works, right, then this is probably the best passive in the entire game. If you like, if you know what does Green Fraudren's passive do, right? Okay, first of all, for Green Fraudren, you need to buy like pretty much all of his cosmetics and stuff. If you're playing in like top tier PvP, like you have to like invest fully into him. If this passive works how I think it works, his passive, right, Droll's passive is way better than Fraudren's out, I would say. Because like you don't even need to invest much in Droll to have this passive like working, because it's just unlocked already and it doesn't have any requirements, unlike like Fraudren's like CC requirement. So basically every time an enemy's ultimate move gauge reaches 5, disables ultimate moves for 2 turns. You get where I'm coming from, right? Disables out moves for 2 turns. If if this is a debuff, then it's not as bad. But if it isn't a debuff, then Outrush is like gone, I would say. Like it's so if it can't be cleansed, then it's so stupid. Because you're disabling out moves for 2 turns, right? Fraudulent, you need maximum investment, and you have to like pray that your Fraudulent out CCs everyone on the enemy team. For Droll, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have any requirements. So like and Fraudulent's passive is the same thing, disables No. Fraudulence one is that if you have higher CC than individual characters, you restrict them from gaining out gauges for 2 turns. For this, right, you can get 5 out gauges. You can get 5 out gauges, but you still can't out. If you can't cleanse it, you still can't out. So it's pretty much the same thing, but this is just better. Because they haven't stated it, right? But example, okay? You're running like a out gauge remover character like Merlin in the front as well. Okay, imagine this. You get 5 out gauges, right? And then because of the passive you can't out, right? You wait for 2 turns and then you're finally going to out. Merlin out drains you. And then you get back to and then you use a card and then get back to 5 out gauges. I'm not too sure if it disables out moves for 2 additional turns or it's just like once per battle because they didn't really state it. But imagine you wait out 2 turns, and then you get your out drained, and then you get your out again, and then you can't out again because he's disabling it for another 2 turns. And imagine if you can't cleanse it, like you're never gonna get your outs off. Like as long as you have a out gauge removal character like Merlin, you're never gonna have an out. Like it's so dumb. It's like he in my opinion he's probably like going to be meta, I would say. Like he might, depending on how this works, he might be like first or second best unit in the game. Because this completely cucks out Rush. And right, if that's not enough, if that's not already enough, that's not already overkill, DN's first skill card disables out move gauges for another 2 turns. So like, even if you're done waiting out the 2 turns from this, and then you can still get like your out moves disabled for additional 2 turns if you get a rank 3 card on your DN. So basically they are just cucking the shit out of Outrush teams. So that'll be interesting. I'm expecting to see like a lot of roll and DN combos in PvP in like the upcoming weeks. So yeah, don't be too surprised if you face a lot of them as well. And then for the character, okay, anniversary special selection pack, grand festival boss score reward, the festival event unit, okay, final reward. And then as for the SSR draw, right, rate up, there's like the DN and draw. I'm pretty sure this is on like the same banner, so you can have a chance at pulling both of them while summoning. And as for the other units, right, you get like the other seasonal characters. They aren't particularly that good, but like, you know, it's cool cause they are exclusive, and some of them are pretty useful as well. Captain Meliodas, this Meliodas, from what I've heard, right, is completely garbage. This Elaine, from what I've heard, she has some uses. This Gila has some uses as well. She's not the best, but she has some uses. This Demon Meliodas, I believe this is a green demon. Yeah, it's definitely the green Demon Meliodas. It's actually like, he looks like a really fun unit. I don't know because I don't actually own him because my JP account is still relatively new. He looks like an insanely fun unit and he looks pretty underrated. I don't think he's not, in my opinion, right? Just my opinion. He's nowhere as good as like he's nowhere as good as Blue Demon Meliodas. Actually, I think that's agreeable by many, majority of players. He's not as good as Blue Demon Meliodas, but he's not bad. He's actually pretty decent. He has decent damage, and his passive, in my opinion, is pretty strong. So yeah, and then Princess Elizabeth, I don't remember which one is that, to be honest. And then I think this is the 100-day Blue Elizabeth, if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong though. And then Guardian Jericho, and then I'm not sure which costumes are the ones that I'm gonna talk about, but from what I've heard, there are like some costumes. I believe it's Jenna and Zenari. I believe it's these two that have like costumes that like actually give you additional like cosmetic drops, and like those cosmetic drops like help you like upgrade your cosmetics, obviously. When you upgrade your cosmetics, obviously you'll get like a stat bump, but it's nothing too significant. But it's always nice to have stat bumps. So that is those costumes are pretty valuable. And as for like for the new legends characters, right? I believe these are the ones that help you spawn specific demons. Like with particular uniforms, you can spawn like red demons only, grey demons only, or crimson demons only. So if you are short of one particular uh one particular type of red materials, you can just have like all 6 reds, like spawn all 6 reds for that one particular type of demons. Now one particular type of demon. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then here's the costume set. And then here are the commemorative costume sets for King and Diane, Giant Diane obviously because the banner is featuring Giant Diane as well. Wearable characters, okay. And then weapon for Diane, the weapon will be obtainable from final boss shop. Outfit will be obtainable upon URing, okay. Cosmetics will be obtainable through the final boss shop as well. And then for King, the weapon will be obtainable from final boss, but you have to be at least 70% in terms of ranking, like top 70%. Outfit will be obtainable from being top 70 as well. And oh yeah, all of them, like all of the King's cosmetics are from ranking top 70% in the final boss. That it's that is like below, which they haven't shown yet. But yeah, it's there, trust me. Equipping all 3 sets of costume will grant you an additional skip ticket on patrol once per day per costume set. So I think this is just like you get 2 additional skip tickets per day, which isn't the biggest deal, but it's just extra stuff. You can't really complain about that. So yeah, like 2 additional skip tickets. Yeah, if you get both costumes, obviously. And then anniversary special select pack 1. Basically you just get gems, diamonds, stamina pots, awakening stones, enhancement stones, and then you get like DN tickets for the DN draw and tickets for Elizabeth draw. How many do you get? 3. So I believe this is 3 singles. I might be wrong, cause I don't think they're gonna give out 3 multis. I might be wrong though. I might be wrong. Don't hold me to that. And as for the second one, you get 30 diamonds, and then you get 33 of the tickets. So yeah, that's definitely 3 draws, and this is because this is definitely not 33 multis. This is 33 draws. So for the second pack, you are getting 33 draws for each banner, like the Elizabeth banner as well as the DN banner. So you are getting a total of like 6.6 multis. But I mean, if you obviously you have to round down to 6 multis because it's not enough for the 7th one. And then 50 diamonds, okay. So, ooh, 6 5-star awaken gear selection ticket, 30 engravement stones, okay, and then 6 SSR pendants. Then there isn't that much right there. And then for this, 30 more diamonds. Wait, what? Okay, 30 diamonds, and then you can get like 52 tickets, 52 draws for each banner. So you're getting a total of 104 draws, which is 10 multis, obviously. And anniversary special gold pack, 30 diamonds, 50 skip tickets, 20 AP pots, and 3.5 million gold. I'm not too sure how much is 2,900 yen in my currency, but I'm sorry, I'm not too sure. And then, ooh, wait a second. Oh, wait, did I miss this out? So like the costumes, right? This drop like additional red materials. Like, I mean not red materials, costume upgrade materials. And they are available for wait. I don't know why I saw this as 25 gold coins. I was like, Pork Champ, and then uh, Okay, so I got excited for nothing. But as for the Halloween units, right? Wait, who are the Halloween units again? I remember there's like a Meliodas. Give me a sec. Oh, there's Elaine, Gila, and Meliodas. So, I mean, none of them are really that good, but Gila and Elaine have some uses. You can get their weapon and cosmetics for 10 gold coins each, which is nice because, I mean, I wouldn't really buy for the the Meliodas one because it's pretty bad, but you know, to each their own. And then and then the for the New Year's units and Valentine units, the cosmetics will be there for 25 diamonds each. And on top of that, if you weren't playing when the Rita X dropped for Escanor, you will be able to purchase it for 10 gold coins. So if you do not have it yet, definitely do not miss out again. Like this is like a golden opportunity. You saw what I did? You saw what I did? So yeah, do not miss out if you do not have the weapon already. But yeah, for this is a super boss. The new final boss, by the way. There's Twigo, the main man, Twigo in the middle, and then there's Taizu, and then I forgot who this guy is called. I remember when I was walking home with my friends one day, like I was mentioning like the short buff guy, like I was referencing this guy's name, this guy. I was like the short buff guy, and then they were like, "What short buff guy? Who's that?" And then I finally found his image on Google, and I still do not know his name to this day. So yeah, so from the final boss, right? You can get from top 30% here. I believe from top 30% here, you just get like the rewards for top 30%, 50%, 70%, and 100%. So if you hit top 30%, you'll be getting everything like 10 engravement stones. So basically that's one piece of UR gear. 10 hammers, 30 diamonds, 100 anvils, and then you get like the uh king's like set pretty much like the in terms of cosmetics. And then you get like one SSR pendant and 5 additional diamonds. And then for the cumulative score, you can get up to like 10 draws on the seasonal banner. So it's like one draw off like one multi, because one regular multi is 11 draws obviously, so that's 10, so it's one less. So I mean, I feel like they should have just given like one multi, but you know, it's fine. And then you get like 8 diamonds as well as one SSR pendant. So as for the exchange shop, obviously, as mentioned above, you can get DN's cosmetic and weapon. So obviously you can only exchange once because you only need one of them. And then you can get up to 5 and 5 engraving stones, which is half a piece of UR gear, which is nice to have. And then 5 hammers as well, maximum of 5 hammers, and then you can get maximum of 20 UR chests, and then you can get a bunch of chalices. Anvils, you can get like what, 75 anvils, a maximum of 75, and then you get some red materials, which aren't the biggest deal, but you know, if you're short of red materials, then yeah, can be a good thing for you guys. And then this is the Tower of Challenge. What? It's called, I think this is a translation error, cause like I remember reading up about it a while ago, and it was like something trials or something. There was trials in the name, so I think this is just a translation error, and trials is like part of the name. But you know what? It's just the name. It's not that big of a deal. So this is pretty big. This part is pretty big. So as you can see, there's like a bunch of rewards. You just clear up and up and up, and then I'm just gonna read it out. It consists of 25 floors, and you'll be able to obtain rewards such as Super Awakening coins. Will like the patch will get to that soon. Like the information, we'll be getting to the information soon, so don't worry. You'll be able to obtain rewards such as Super Awakening coins, gold, diamonds, Part 1 and Part 2 SSR tickets, so that's nice. Part 2 SSR tickets are always nice. And then the rewards are only available upon first clear. If you change the challenge party halfway through, you will not be able to obtain the rewards you've already gotten. So they say like the rewards are only available upon first clear, so would assume it is similar to like the training dungeon, whereby like every time you reset you can get like the completion rewards, like the first clear rewards as they say, again. So I believe it's like the same thing. I might be wrong because there isn't too much information on it right now, but yeah, that's what I'm assuming. So yeah, uh I think that is 10 diamonds if I'm not wrong. I might be seeing things, but I believe like where my cursor is, that stage gives 10 diamonds, so that's pretty nice. And the big thing in my opinion would be the, where is it, super awakening coins, and we'll get to that real soon. It's coming up, I'm pretty sure. And then there's the diamond bogo event purchase limit reset, so if you spend, then yeah, you can go for that. And then new battle event, okay, enhanced potions, nothing too special, so skip past that. System changes and additions. And then obviously the for the new hero engravings, there's roll, because if you are new to JP, every time they drop a new character nowadays, they basically just release a UR set for them immediately. So for this, right, basically every time you take a, a particular gear to 5 stars, you'll be getting 1 diamond. So yeah, example, you have like a bunch of 5-star SSR gear right now. Once this update hits, I believe they are just gonna like send you all of the diamonds you should have gotten. Whereby like they'll basically reward you 1 diamond for each 5-star you have in your inventory, I believe. And UR gear I should count as 1 diamond as well, because technically they are SSR plus 5 but upgraded. So I would assume they will give it for UR weapons as well. Do they say here? Or including UR gear, yeah, there, yeah, yeah. It'll be weird not to include them. So every UR gear you have, every SSR plus 5, I mean not plus 5, every SSR at 5 stars you'll receive 1 diamond. So you definitely have like at least a couple of 5 plus what I keep stumbling. You at least have a few like 5-star SSR gear, so you'll be getting like pretty much everyone will be getting some free gems. Depends on how much you have played the game. So it really varies on how much you'll be getting from there. And as for this is like a really big change, whereby like, okay, you know how like the star system makes it so that like you can go from 0 awakening stars all the way up to 6, right? But this update, right, makes it so that you can kind of sort of limit break, quote unquote, limit break after you've hit like 6 awakening stars, because like on global obviously and right now on JP, once you hit 6 stars for your awakenings, it just ends off there, right? But now you can actually like go even further beyond. So like I believe you need like the what's this called again? Super awakening stones, I believe. So I believe you need super awakening stones as well as like dupe coins. It can, from what I can see, you can consume SR characters as well as SSR characters. I'm not too sure if you can use rare characters though, because they didn't really show an example here. But as you can see, like after you use like the super awakening stone, I hope that's what it's called, because I kind of forgot. And then you use like a bunch of like rare coins and stuff to like pretty much enhance your characters. It works as the enhancement system pretty much. And then as you can see on the right picture, the first star goes to purple, turns purple, and then you'll be okay. Let me read through this real quick. Okay, so basically, uh, example, your character is 1/6. You can only awaken them up to like 1 star, like 1 purple star. And every single out level you have, you get +1 in terms of stars. Like example, your character is like particular character is like 3 out of 6. Then you can have a maximum of 3 stars. If your character is 4 out of 6, then you can have a maximum. You can get up to a maximum of 4 purple stars. But the thing is that the max amount of times you can Super Awaken is 4 times. I believe they're gonna make it, they're gonna like slowly release it or something, and they're probably gonna make it till it reaches 6 stars, because it wouldn't really make sense to only stop at 4 stars. So I think in the future they'll make it to 6 stars. But okay, let me just continue reading first before I give my thoughts on this. The gauge increase will differ based on the rarity of coins used. Yup, okay, that makes sense. All coins can be used except for festival coins. So yeah, that answered my question on the rare units. You can actually use rare units to power up your to how to say, to super awaken something. But the thing is that the gauge increase will differ based on the rarity of coins used. So obviously, like if you're using rare coins instead of SR or SSR coins, like they won't be pushing the bar as much. And like if you need to throw away tons of rare coins, then you're essentially throwing away tons of AP pods. So I think the best option would be to throw away SR characters, because obviously SSR coins are really valuable as well. So I think R coins are the way to go. And then using the coin as the same as the unit you are awakening will not increase the gauge more. Using the same unit. I'm not too sure what that means. Oh, so yeah. So example, you're leveling up a DN, right? And you use a DN dupe coin, it wouldn't increase the bar any more than if you were to use like an SR Meliodas, for example. So yeah, that's what it meant. It took me a second for some reason. And then obtainable occasion for super awakening coin can be changed in the future. So basically, I think they're just trying to say that in the future there will be more ways of obtaining it, and then extra gauge will not be carried over the next level. So it's like you can like overkill when it comes to like increasing your out gauge. So how do I give an example? Just make sure you don't like overshot like your bar too much, because you'll be inefficient, because you will not carry over. Oh yeah, and my thoughts. I kinda like the concept. Like if it were to come to global, I would enjoy the concept because my characters there are way more well built. But I feel like depends on how they handle stuff. It might be a bad thing for casual or like free to play players, because what it essentially means is that right now, right, like right now, as in like when this update drops, you can have a maximum of 4 purple stars, right? So like you're getting the maximum amount of benefits if your character is at least at 4 out of 6. So basically you're getting a decent amount of advantage over other players for having out dupes. So what does that mean? It just benefits the whales, that's what that means. Or like people who get like really lucky in their summons, or like casual spenders that get lucky in their summons. But to the average free to play player, I think this is negative towards you guys, because if you match up against people who have spent money or who are currently spending money, chances are their out levels will be higher than yours, and because of that you'll be having less purple stars than them, so you'll be at a disadvantage. Like in 7 Elite Sins, there were always characters whereby you really want dupes for them, like example like Blue King, Red Gopher for example, and then yeah, like I'm naming just those two off the top of my head, but there's definitely more like Escanor, Merlin, obviously, yeah, but you already know that. So like there's definitely those characters whereby you really want a lot of out dupes on them, but there are also characters like Demon Meliodas, Blue Demon Meliodas, for example, Blue Lilia, and like other characters that don't really require that many dupes on their outs. Like those, like they make it so that running those characters will have a disadvantage, because the number of stars you can get, right, is based on the ultimate levels you have on your character. So if, example, you have a Blue Demon Meliodas, you want to run him, right, but since you like do not need dupes on him, for example, you didn't really summon excessively for him, for example, and then you've never really put any dupes on him, and then he's like 1 out of 6. Before this update, Blue Demon Meliodas at 1 out of 6. It's completely fine because his out doesn't really matter too much like the out levels. But because of this star system, right, it makes it so that it benefits the character for having a higher ultimate level. So those characters that do not initially require ultimate dupes are most likely going to look for out dupes as well. So if you're a free to play or casual spender and you do not have dupes on many of these characters that you deem are not worthy to like go out of your way to get their out dupes, you'll be having a disadvantage because you're gonna have a lower amount of stats just because of this system. So I do not think you'll benefit like it's definitely not gonna benefit the whole player base unless they start giving out dupes for like these characters for some reason. Like I mean that's like the only way it can benefit people. But then again, it kind of results to square one because if you're giving everyone dupes, then like everyone is gonna have like the same stat increase, and then everyone is gonna have like the same damage, same HP, same stat. So it ends up being the same thing. So I mean, it's I don't know. I don't know how honestly I don't know how to think about it. Okay, you're now able to awaken units. Blah 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 blah. Materials needed for the Super Awakening coin, which is obtained from the Tower of Challenge, and then plat coins, gold coins, silver coins. These are the coins just for like upgrading your, like basically just enhancing the characters. Gauge will off. Wait, I'm actually retarded. I've already read that. I don't know. Information regarding the awakening status of the gear will be added to the salvage screen. Oh, so I think this just shows you the number of stars. And yeah, I think that's about it to be honest. It's nothing too big I think. And then for achievement title icon, it's just linked to achievement titles which I can't really I really do not care about them like at all. So yeah. And then there's the village donation system changes, which is a nice QOL update, quality of life update, but like it's nothing too important, it's just a nice to have thing, you know. And then this is the banner. You are now able to increase the upper limit of skip tickets runs based on your amount of skip tickets. So this is like a really nice change, quality of life change as well, but it's a really nice one. Whereby like you know there's like skip tickets in global now, so I do not have to explain what a skip ticket is in JP. So basically you know that how skip tickets as of now you can only use a maximum of 5 of them at one go, right? But this makes it so that you can like example you have 200 skip tickets and you want to use all of them right in one go, but you couldn't previously. You can only do like 5 at a time, 5 at a time, 5 at a time, all the way until 200 times. Until 200 tickets spent. But right now you can just click a max button whereby you can just burn through all 200 tickets in one go. So that's a really nice quality of life update. So this is the how this banner looks, and this like I believe this is just like the SSR costume that DN wears, and then balance changing, detonation skill balancing. Okay. Oh, so it's not 20 to 30%, it's 15 to 20%. So it still got buffed from previously. So everything I said just now about roll is pretty much inaccurate because I mean, the point still stands, but his multiplier will be like 500% instead of 550. But he's still gonna be boosted boosted by 40% in terms of damage dealt by the end, so he's still gonna hit really hard. And then it's affecting a few different units that are stated right here. And then there are a bunch of bug fixes. I'm not gonna read through this. You guys can pause if you want to read this because it's already 44 minutes in the video and I really want to end it off because it's gonna take probably like an hour and a half to export this video. And then yeah, this is the bug fixes. You can read it yourself if you want to. And then for others, free awakening bundle, free full awakening bundle usage changes. Okay. Oh. Okay, interesting. And then so basically I think this just means that you can the pack that makes you go from one. I think it just makes it so that like you can always have the option to like fully awaken your characters. And then extension of the questionnaire banner previously ends at 18 June and now is extended to 29th June. So they got like a 11-day increase in the duration of the banner for like the Goddess Elizabeth Lost Vein Meliodas banner. So if you want to summon on that banner, it'll be there for like an extended period of time, which whereby like the banner itself is way better than the Droll and DN banner, but I've already summoned on that banner. I've gotten both units, so I think I'm gonna summon on the Droll and DN's banner. I may revert back to the Lost Vein Meliodas Elizabeth banner, depending on how good Droll and DN are. Uh, but yeah, the Lost Vein Meliodas' banner is way better than the Droll's banner because Dro's banner, Dro or the End's banner, um, give like festival units which are obviously really exclusive, but the quality of units aren't nearly as good. But they do have their own uses when it comes to their abilities as well as their costumes. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Rewards for the Giant Hawk battle 500,000 50,000 retreat campaign will be given out after the maintenance. So it expires on 21st June, so just claim it as soon as possible. So I believe we hit like the 50, we hit over 50k we retreat, so we'll be getting a part 2 SSR ticket. I'm not sure if we are getting the rewards for the previous milestones as well, but we are guaranteed part 2 SSR ticket. And then human ticket, 5 of them, 1 SSR pendant, 1 race ticket. Okay. So yeah. They're giving the rewards for the previous milestones as well. I actually need SSR pendants right now because I have 14 on my JP account, which is not even enough to take one character to 80 if I didn't count it wrongly. So I'm in desperate need of SSR pendants in my JP version of the game. So that's definitely nice, and we will be getting 2 SSRs guaranteed. One part 1 and one part 2. Hopefully the part 2 I pull like a Blue Demon Meliodas or an Escanor. Like that will be the most ideal scenario because I already have Red Derry. And then rewards for the new and comeback campaign will be given out after the maintenance. Huh? Wait, what? What's this? What is this? And then you get 2 race tickets, 4 race tickets in total, 30 skip tickets. And then you get 2 of the Matrona banner tickets, 1 part 1 SSR ticket and 1 part 2 SSR ticket. I'm not sure what this for. I think it's like a new player thing or like a long term like a returning user kind of thing. I'm not too sure, but hopefully I get this because my account has been created like a month and a half ago, so I would say I'm relatively new to the JP side of things. Hopefully I can get another part 2 SSR ticket because I really want Escanor and Blue Demon Meliodas because I already have Lilia, so I want to run the pen team. So yeah, that's about it for the video. I know it's really long, but it's a really lengthy um update, so it's like almost 50 minutes at this point. If for some reason you're still watching, then thank you, but I don't really expect anyone to be watching the full like 48 minutes, which is like, I mean it's 48 minutes right now, but it's about to be 49. But yeah, if you're still here, then I'll just say that like hope you guys enjoyed. Like I mean, if you made it to this point, just leave a like, share, comment, do whatever you think would help the video because I'm trying to grow my channel. So I mean, if you're at this point, just hit the like button, subscribe. Like I come on, like please, please, man. Like I mean, if you are even watching to this point, I might be just talking to myself. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.